conditions. Before construction begins, every square meter of the reservoir is digitally mapped to create the engineering foundation.
Precision positioning ensures that every future floating module will align with millimeter-level accuracy across the reservoir.
Deep anchoring systems secure the future megafarm against changing water levels and seasonal weather. The completed anchoring grid defines the permanent footprint of the floating agricultural city. Factory-built floating modules arrive ready for rapid assembly on the prepared anchoring network. Each floating platform is locked into position before becoming part of the growing modular network. Modular construction allows the farm to expand while preserving perfect geometric continuity. Maintenance corridors provide safe access while defining the permanent circulation network across the floating city. Safe access infrastructure is completed before any agricultural equipment is introduced. Hidden utility networks transform the floating platforms into a fully connected agricultural infrastructure ready for the next construction phase. With the structural platform complete, utility networks become the hidden lifelines that will power every future farming operation.
Standardized modular infrastructure allows thousands of identical utility connections to be installed with remarkable efficiency. Every cultivation zone receives independently controlled water, oxygen, and nutrient delivery for precise crop management.
Clean, continuously filtered water is essential for maintaining healthy hydroponic rice production at this unprecedented scale.
The circulation system begins its first full-scale operational test, delivering life-supporting water throughout the floating network.
Beneath the floating platforms, Aquaponics transforms aquatic ecosystems into a renewable nutrient source for future rice cultivation.
At the heart of the megafarm, the Artificial Intelligence Control Center coordinates every future agricultural operation.
The AI Operations Center becomes the digital brain responsible for monitoring millions of environmental data points every day.
Renewable energy provides the continuous electrical supply required to power autonomous farming around the clock.
With reliable energy secured, the floating megafarm is now ready to support autonomous agricultural operations on an industrial scale. Before the first crop is planted, every autonomous machine is tested to ensure uninterrupted operation across the entire floating network.
A fully automated drone fleet provides continuous aerial monitoring of construction, maintenance, and future crop health.
Autonomous surface vessels move equipment efficiently through dedicated waterways without interrupting daily operations. After years of construction, the floating agricultural platform is finally ready to begin food production. Specialized cultivation trays transform engineering platforms into productive agricultural fields. Automation enables millions of rice seedlings to be planted with exceptional speed and consistency. Within weeks, the young plants establish healthy growth under carefully controlled hydroponic conditions.
Artificial intelligence continuously adjusts water quality, oxygen, and nutrient delivery to maximize crop performance. Continuous predictive maintenance minimizes downtime while preserving stable growing conditions across the entire floating farm.
Months of carefully controlled cultivation have transformed the floating platforms into one of the world's most productive rice landscapes. Harvest begins only after artificial intelligence confirms that every cultivation zone has reached optimal maturity. Coordinated robotics allow multiple harvest systems to operate simultaneously without interrupting surrounding farm operations.
Dedicated autonomous vessels transport harvested grain efficiently through the farm's permanent waterborne logistics network.
Every harvest is digitally tracked from the floating fields to the processing facility through a fully automated logistics chain.
Automated processing preserves grain quality while minimizing handling time after harvest. Artificial intelligence coordinates harvesting schedules to maximize productivity while maintaining uninterrupted logistics. Immediately after harvest, automated maintenance prepares every cultivation module for the next production cycle.
Millions of operational data points are processed continuously
to optimize every aspect of the floating agricultural ecosystem.
The floating megafarm functions as a single integrated ecosystem, where agriculture, energy, and automation operate in perfect coordination.
What began as an ambitious engineering vision has become a fully autonomous floating agricultural city. With harvesting complete, the floating farm immediately begins preparing for its next production cycle. Automation enables a new crop to be planted only hours after maintenance has finished. Continuous monitoring allows small changes in crop health to be detected long before they become visible to the human eye. Artificial intelligence coordinates every robot, drone, and sensor through a single integrated operational platform. Routine predictive maintenance prevents failures before they can affect agricultural production. Efficient logistics ensure that every cultivation sector receives supplies precisely when they are needed. Below the surface, aquaponics provides a sustainable biological cycle supporting long-term rice production. Energy, automation, and agriculture operate together as one synchronized ecosystem across the floating city. Even routine cleaning is automated to maximize energy production and minimize maintenance costs.
The floating megafarm demonstrates how intelligent engineering can transform open water into a resilient and sustainable source of food production.
Artificial intelligence continuously evaluates millions of plants to maintain uniform growth across the floating agricultural network. Every cultivation zone receives precisely balanced nutrients based on real-time biological measurements. Behind the scenes, thousands of automated control systems keep growing conditions stable every hour of the day. Predictive analytics determine the ideal harvest window for every individual cultivation block. Harvest logistics are prepared long before the first grain is collected, ensuring continuous production. Thousands of autonomous machines receive synchronized instructions before harvesting begins. Precision harvesting minimizes crop loss while maintaining consistent grain quality throughout the floating farm. Artificial intelligence balances harvesting speed, transport capacity, and processing throughput across the entire agricultural system. Fully automated logistics eliminate unnecessary delays between harvesting and grain processing. From engineering to agriculture, every system works together to create one of the most advanced floating food production networks ever conceived. Harvest is only the beginning. Efficient logistics ensure that every grain reaches processing facilities with minimal delay. Automated processing guarantees consistent grain quality while reducing waste throughout the production chain. Artificial intelligence manages inventory and distribution without interrupting continuous agricultural production. Autonomous transportation extends the efficiency of the floating farm far beyond the reservoir itself. Continuous rotation allows different cultivation zones to remain productive throughout the year. Predictive maintenance keeps the floating infrastructure operating with exceptional reliability.
The underwater ecosystem quietly supports sustainable nutrient cycling beneath the world's largest floating rice farm.
Millions of operational decisions are calculated every day to maintain maximum efficiency across the floating ecosystem. Engineering, automation, and agriculture combine to create a resilient food production system unlike any before it.
From a quiet reservoir to a fully autonomous floating agricultural city, this remarkable engineering vision demonstrates how technology.
The completion of one harvest marks the beginning of another, creating a continuous cycle of autonomous food production. Every autonomous system works in harmony, transforming a vast freshwater reservoir into one of the world's most efficient agricultural ecosystems. Sustainability depends not on a single innovation, but on thousands of intelligent systems working together every day. Artificial intelligence quietly coordinates every movement, allowing the floating city to operate with extraordinary efficiency and resilience. What began as a bold engineering concept has evolved into a vision of how automation, renewable energy,